Hello. So I will be continuing. I'm thinking. No, I don't want to. What was I gonna do? I don't know. Didn't we? Thought we had finished this level last night. No, did we? I thought we went through the last area and, am I wrong? Oh, we never... Okay. I thought we had exited the level. I am dumb. Why didn't I just do that? Thankfully that time. So I plan to at some point, probably before the next time I stream this, I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be finishing up some of the stuff I missed in the earlier levels because I'm a dingus. So.
Primary access points to the tower were destroyed in the explosion. The pipeline is damaged but still intact. There are thrust boots in the maintenance hangar. You can use them to traverse the pipeline.
Alright, so for starters, I want to... I think... Yeah, I was shooting for the jagged shrapnel is what I was going for. What was this? Jason machine. No, I don't like that. It's not one of my favorite rooms. Yeah, I think... I'm trying to remember. I think it was either this level or the Kettinger Sanctum when I first played through it. I had ended up just enjoying it so much. Well... I had ended up enjoying it so much that my brain just...
Primary access points to the tower were destroyed in the explosion. The pipeline is
I ended up
damaged but
enjoying it so
still
much that
intact.
like almost immediately after having finished it,
There are
I jumped
thrust
back
boots
into
in the
play it again.
maintenance hangar. You can use them to traverse the pipeline.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
And I will get to something else in a second here, because we get on to yet another minor frustration that we have. And that is how much they absolutely positively nerfed the Revenant. Because in the original, Revenants are kind of nightmares to deal with because of rocketry fire. But here, they kind of have a similar problem to the Hellraisers, where they, where their projectiles, they don't really follow you very well, and on top of that, they don't... What the heck are you doing, buddy? They don't follow you very well. They kind of just... Yeah.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
But they don't seem to follow you very well. They have a really hard time getting there.
Based off a prototype
And
developed
in
by
addition to
Samuel
that,
Hayden's
the
research
projectiles
team,
as it is
the
not
Argent
really too
Tower,
much
also known
damage.
as the Argent Inductor, is the UAC's crowning achievement.
Which, yeah, like I said, it just kind of bugs me because, like, especially in the original game, they could, not the original game, in Doom 2, they could be really challenging to deal with. They were kind of just an enemy that could become an absolute nightmare if you didn't deal with them very quickly. Here, they're kind of just a joke. I'm kind of wondering, because I don't actually know if there's a difference between the way these guys function and the way the standard possessed elements function. The UAC possessed items. I'm not doing this very well. So, oh well. There's a certain path you're usually supposed to take through that one, where you can kind of just end up getting them all in one sweep, but I've kind of forgotten it because one of the things I've done with a lot of my minimum upgrade runs is I have typically my brain. I don't typically go for the rune trials. Well, I don't ever go for the rune trials when I'm doing my minimum upgrade runs, which is, for a while, what I was doing the most. So I kind oh boy. So I was kind of... I kind of forgot exactly some of the best paths to take in order to get through them as efficiently as possible. I'm also going to make a much more concerted effort to actually complete basically 100% the levels as much as I can this time, unlike last time where I was a ditz and completely forgot to focus on getting a lot of that stuff done. Actually, there is... Is he here? I'm trying to remember. I don't think there is. I thought... For some reason, I have it in my head that there's a doll there, but I'm like 99% sure that there's actually not. Because there's a doll in... Yeah, no, there's not a doll there, because there's two dolls in this level. One of them's in... Hello. Ah, dang it. One of them is underneath a ramp, and then the other one is in like this cargo train sequence. I'm gonna need to have to get over there to actually deal with them. So I'll just leave them alone for right now. What actually I did? Yes, right. Those are the challenges. No, I'm still looking it up. Oh wait, right. No, dang it. Oh, come on. Then, gotta grab you. I've always kind of been confused exactly why this is considered a secret. it doesn't exactly feel like it should be. It just kind of feels like another path to take through, and a fairly obvious path at that, so it's kind of confused me why this area is always been considered secret. Okay, let's deal with you guys now. And I completely whiffed that one. I'm trying to get, dang nabbit, trying to get direct shots. Because that's what I need to do. Dang, how did I... Hello. Thank you. No. Thank you. Alright. I don't think there's any more of them, right? Yeah, probably not. Okay, I finally have enough to upgrade this. And then I need to kill 3, yeah, I know about that. That should be easy enough. And then I need... What was I gonna do now? Yeah, melee 2 explosive barrels.
That's an Argent accumulator she's carrying. She'll try to use it to open a portal manually into hell.
While the Argent Tower is non-functional, the connection to their dimension is still viable. We are at great risk, Dr. Hayden.
Right, and then I'll grab this. I already have the super shotgun. Unfortunately, I don't get more ammo
Hello,
from that.
and welcome to the UAC, home of the patented Argent energy filtration system developed by Dr. Edward Pierce.
Thank you. Come on, come on, come on. Yep, there we go. Yeah, see, this is actually, I mentioned this bug earlier. So you'll notice that the suspense track is playing right now, which is a remake of, well, actually, I think the song from the original game. Yeah, this song is called Operation Olivia Pierce or something like that. And the song that's supposed to be playing here is the BFG division right now. Thank you. Ah, dang it. Alright, so I need to... Yep, unfortunately nobody's really joining me tonight again. Hello. Yeah. Last night, Saturday, it was just you and, Undoomed, Game Critic, but he's not here tonight either. Yeeh, yeeh. Yeah, because, so the first stall is not here. He is over here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, thought that was closer behind me than it actually was. No! I didn't grab him! No! Well, that... Hallelujah. Indeed. Yeah, we'll do that again and hopefully not die as much. I've really been flubbing it tonight. And now we get to the Mancubus. This was really fun too when I first ran into these guys, I remember, because the big thing I was wondering was how they were going to handle their ability to traverse the environment, because a lot of the arenas are very multi-layered in nature, and with how big and chunky they are, I was wondering, are they just going to make it so that the I was thinking they were going to make it so that they kind of just were stuck on whatever platform they spawned on or something. But you just saw earlier, they can like very, very easily clear large gaps and such. Which means that they're much more of a pain in the butt to deal with. At times. Sometimes. Not really. I mean, it kind of just means that they can keep up with you more easily than they were able to prior. There we go. He's underneath me. Yes. Finally got the mastery for that. Oh, that's it? I was thinking there were at least going to be like a few imps left. Okay. I forget that I don't have to hit the switches on this one, because there are a few layers where it's like you need to go inside a side room and you need to slap some buttons in order to get some platforms to raise and lower, but not this one. Right.
The accumulator's energy signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this Argent facility.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent beam,
and then the other doll is also right over here as well.
we will never be able to close.
Yes, he is right there, I believe. Right? I'm not wrong about that. No, he's at the other one. I think I usually take one of the other platforms, and that's one over there. Yeah. I was just curious if the hit detection on that was, oh gosh, advanced enough to actually let me hit the, oh my gosh, I am doing absolutely terrible. I'll stop talking. Because whenever I talk, I'm trying to keep it mostly. Oh, what the heck was that? My audio just cut off. Alright, here we go.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Very nice. Right. I want to deal with the Hell Knights first, because they're usually in this arena, they're the things that cause me the biggest problems. Hello. Nope. Right. Well, I missed. Right on my changer.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
I was about to say, the music says otherwise. So what do I actually want to go for now? I think I will finish up with the plasma gun on. Oh, what the heck?
The road to hell is paved by Argent.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not talking as much as I was last night, cause not talking as much as I was last night. I hadn't exhausted what I have to this game.
By Argent Energy.
Not by a long shot. So it's kind of just right now, my brain's not all there. And it's kind of difficult for me to focus. Did I not hit the button? I don't think I hit the switch. No, I did not. I am a dingus. The secret level door is right there. So I want to get that. Yeah, this is the one secret in the game that I genuinely don't like because of it's just a very tedious secret to get. Because you have to wait for these platforms to go up and down. And just... it's not a very active process to get this secret. And on top of that, it's just... these things move very slowly, as you've noticed, and it makes getting it a bit more of a chore than it really needs to be. I get the desire to put something that's like difficult to find, but still, it seems a bit, I'm just pushing it a bit in terms of the work the player needs to do to get it. Especially because, like, not only do you have to go out of your way, but, like, you basically have to waste time. Once you get the secret, you have to go through the whole process of waiting for this thing to get back up here again. It's just like, can't I just, address or something? I'm really used to it. I've played arcade mode a lot, and there's usually a ton of armor along that, and it's kind of weird to see it without that. Comes. I haven't been doing the neck breaker. I need to do the neck breaker. Come on, get over here. I thought he wasn't gonna die from it. But I was wrong. There. Nice and beautiful. And now I'm gonna have to wait for this thing to come back. Yay! That is the one thing I'm not a fan of with this section, is the amount of waiting you have to do for the stuff to constantly raise and lower. It's just a bit more tedious than it was to me. Dang it, I missed it. And... oh, he's stuck. I don't think, for whatever reason, this counts you killing possessed. It kind of annoys me. Whoa! I probably won't be doing this one for too much longer tonight, because like nobody's really here and there's nobody to really hang out with. I'll go till about 7:30. It's a lot more enjoyable and a lot easier for me to work off of playing this when I have actual people to work off of and talk to. It makes it a lot more entertaining, I feel, to both watch. Oh, hello, I completely filled that up. To both watch out there and participating. Nice. Alright. Now, I don't get what is up with the splash damage in the barrels in this arena. It is like obnoxiously tight, and it's really weird because it's not like that anywhere else in the game. I'm just... oh, I didn't realize that was going to do damage to me. I don't think it normally does. Because I've hopped on it plenty of times before. Alright, so I've got 2 of those. Okay, I can't actually equip this, so I'm going to go for equipment power. I'm going to hold off on upgrading for right now. That's nice. But I was promised. Hey, it's the one item in the game I have never used, ever. The equipment they have added into this game, I simply don't understand why they chose to, because it has very little utility. The standard grenades, you can't use them on a frequent enough basis that, and they're, how to put it, if the grenades worked like a grenade launcher, I think like there would be much more incentive for the player to actually use them. But the problem is that you can't really use them very frequently. You can't, and they interrupt your firing animations, so it basically completely, you have to like go out of your way to use them, and in the heat of combat, they're really not something you want to be using. There is really no point to being able to distract the enemies with this other tool I pick up, which is the hologram, which basically just does that. It creates like a hologram of you, the player. It's completely useless. There's really no need to distract the enemies at any point, and if anything, it makes the combat less fun. And then the only really key to the future, the only really useful thing that you get with the secondary items is a siphon grenade, but because you never really use the other items that much, there's really no points to being able to have it. Because like you kind of just forget any of this stuff is even there.
This is not the end! It's only the beginning!
Yep, I'm sure it is. Yeah, but the other thing is too, like with the glory kill system now. Also, I'll talk about this gun in a second. With the glory kill system now, and you being able to just run up to enemies and perform finishes on them that allow you to get health, the siphon grenade is kind of made even useless because it's only really effective when you're fighting enemies from range. You won't use it much outside of that.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. I just find it's kind of hard for me to explain exactly why the secondary items really don't work in this game, but they do just feel like an absolutely unnecessary inclusion. Hello. How's it going?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Come on. I want to finish off this revenue before it. Yeah. I plan to. I just made it. Countdown, yeah. That's nice to have you. Yeah. Out of all the levels, this is probably the one I've played the most. Mostly in arcade mode.
He is here.
Yep, I am. Alright, let me just... No, I was going for the plasma rifle. That's what I was going for. Yeah, I need one more. There you have it.
We'll set up a portal device at the tube.
Yeah. This stream's probably not going to be as entertaining as my last one was, because the last one I did, I just, like, was basically gushing about the overall design of this game. And I kind of hit a lot of the major beats. Let's put various modes that extend. Yeah, I absolutely love the arcade mode. Like, I've generally been addicted to it. Genuinely, words. But even for the standard single player campaign, I played this game to death. Because I said this last stream as well. I have about 300 hours clocked into this game single player combined between arcade and just the standard single player. But yeah, out of all the levels, this is the one I've played the most. Just because I think, one, out of all the, well, between all the hell levels, this is probably the one that has the most, like, I think the most complicated layout. Think of it. Well, I'm just for whatever reason, I've been playing a lot more poorly than I have been in the past. I would usually play on Nightmare, but as I said last stream as well, as much as I would absolutely love to play on Nightmare, it requires my absolute full attention in order to play well. What was that sound? I just noticed that. I don't think I've heard that before. There was like this sound. What the heck? Anyways, I would usually play on Nightmare in this game because I think Ultraviolence is way too easy. But the thing is, as much as I would love to, it requires too much focus and attention from me in order for me to actually play well. And when I'm trying to talk and communicate various thoughts and focusing on both the game and the chat at the same time, because I'm constantly looking back and forth between the chat and the game, which is maybe possibly one of the reasons why I occasionally am sucking. I don't want to just constantly be playing this and dying every 5 seconds because I'm not focusing enough on the actual game itself. But I cannot, I positively cannot wait for Eternal. Because, like, for the most part, it seems like they're addressing a lot of the complaints I did have with this game. Take that. Nope. Secret up there, but I don't think... Actually, can I access it right now? I don't think I can. I think I have to wait till I revisit this area in order to... Yeah, I have to wait till I get the blue key in order to actually access this area. Visually, this is one of my favorite levels. In terms of the layout, it's one of my favorites as well. It's kind of funny too, because like I was thinking the other day, this level will make some very strong utilization of teleporters in order to prevent the player from having the need to backtrack. But I was thinking the other day, like if this level didn't make use of that. This level would probably like be one of the more backtracking heavy levels in the game. Dang it, I missed him. Where'd he go? I'll leave him alive right now. I do need to, however, do the leg sweeps for these guys. I keep forgetting. Nah, dang it. I messed that up. Oh. Nope, come on. I think probably my biggest disappointment in terms of enemies, though, in terms of, I mentioned earlier that I was really kind of ticked off how they nerfed the Revenant in this game, but I find personally that I'm kind of annoyed by just how much the summoners really don't feel like they pose any threat, because in theory they should be like one of the most problematic enemies in the game, but I really don't find them that much of an issue to deal with. And more often than not, I feel like leaving them alive because I make the combat encounters more fun the longer they live, because I just keep bringing in enemies for you to deal with. Occasionally. Sometimes there's a few fights I've noticed where it seems like if you don't kill the enemies, if you kill the enemies that spawn, eventually they'll just stop spawning more at some point. There are a few fights where that's not the case, but it's very, I noticed, like, unlike, say, something like the Archvile, it's very specific, the way their various spawns are handled with the enemies they bring in. Archviles were much more versatile, than summoners, I feel, but it's like because of what summoners can actually do, their usage is much more structured. Okay, what do I actually have to do? So I need... Thank you. But in nerfing a lot of the bigger enemy types, they kind of made a lot of the smaller ones more problematic at the same time. So it's kind of this bizarre trade, because like imps in this game pose way more of a threat than imps ever really have in any Doom game, just because of how mobile they are. And of course there's what they did to the standard zombie men, who are now just freaking tanks. And then this cockadoo, he's basically the same. Alright. I was gonna say it. Then we get to the savagery rune up here, which is the one that I really want. Well, that and there's another rune in this level that I usually go with, where basically you can fling yourself into glory kills from really far away, and like that coupled with this means like you can just like absolutely fly around the levels. So it's real fun. I am kind of confused about the connection between the runes and the actual functionality of like the challenges, because I think the challenges, you know, like you'd want to make something that's kind of like in some way tied thematically to what the actual rune's gonna do for you, you know what I mean? But like, so what this one does is it makes your glory kills faster. That's what this rune does. So what the heck does killing enemies or you won't be able to move really have to do with that? I'm not quite sure how those two things connect. Because like to me it would make more sense if like the challenge to get this one was in some way tied to like a challenge that was related to glory kills, you know. But for some reason, that is not the case. I meant to get this. I kind of... I don't know. Alright. I guess since both are speed-based. But that, yeah, that's not much of a threat. I agree. One thing I am kind of interested to see is I've heard runes are technically in some fashion returning in Eternal, but it's like they're not going to be like you teleport to another space and just take on like its own condensed challenge. It's going to be like more specifically based in the game itself. It'll just be like something you're able to do in in a standard level. So I'm kind of interested to see how they incorporate that into standard play, as opposed to this system, which is something I'm very happy about because I really don't, as I said last time I streamed this, I really don't like the rune challenges in this game. Maybe something where you need to survive and get more time on it. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that would make more sense. Oh, well, I completely flubbed that. I feel like the chain gun is kind of useless without its mods that you can get for it. Just because, like, the windup really... Like, it's not... Like, I believe its intent was... It's supposed to be good for dealing with, like, chunky enemies. But, I don't know. In comparison to, like, some of the other weapons, I don't feel it holds up quite as well. At least not without the weapon mods. Guess that was a blockchain. I don't follow. Yeah. Actually, I mentioned earlier the one enemy I was like most disappointed with. No, the one enemy I'm most disappointed with now that I actually think about it has to be, without any shadow of a doubt, the why have I not? I keep forgetting to do the stupid leg sweep. The Lost Souls. Because, dear God, could they? It was like it's like they had a meeting where they said, okay, what's the most annoying enemy type in the last game, and how can we make it even more irritating to deal with? I'm also really happy. I almost completely forgot about this. So the glory kills for the Mancubus are basically that heart thing, and then you can also my brain. You can also they've got like these mechanical tubes that are attached to their shoulders, which you can rip off, and then they explode, and it's like the most underwhelming glory kill imaginable. In Doom Eternal, though, they've replaced that with something else, which is just like immeasurably better. Where basically what you do is you climb up their arm and you stab them in the neck. What do you dislike about the rune challenges? Is it that they are it's not that specifically. It's that it's not that specifically that I have an issue with rune trials because I don't actually, because in theory I feel like the rune trials should work. Like in theory they should work, but something about playing them is just immeasurably irritating. Because they're not very fun in their own right. They're kind of just tedious. Which I feel is in part, one, due to the fact that they are typically on very strict time limits. And also the fact that they are, I don't know, just like they tend to not be very interesting and or fun. Oh, hello. They tend not to be interesting and fun, and they're on very strict time limits, so not only are they unenjoyable to play, but they're just... It feels like it's always down to the wire when you actually finish them, which makes dealing with them at times incredibly irritating. In and of themselves, I don't feel like they should be as irritating as they are. Like, the idea to me doesn't sound like an awful idea. It's just something about the way they've gone about the execution of them and what the actual challenges are and the time limits they give you and whatnot. They sometimes just feel... They can feel trial and error, they can feel a bit monotonous or just unenjoyable to play. Who do I want to go for next? I guess I'll finish up the pistol. Do I have all the, who did I miss? There's one over there I missed. Where is that? Oh, I know where that is. Never mind, I have to go back through here. So I need the leg sweep, and I need the apple for predetermines. I don't know. I might intentionally die in the final combat area just so I can do the leg sweep thing on the Hellraisers. Make them explode, yeah. I mean, I am going to be going through because I missed a few things because I've been talking so much. Oh, I was talking so much in the last episode that I missed a ton of stuff. I want to go back through and kind of find everything I missed in the last one. So I might just end up revisiting this. I'll probably just end up revisiting this. And I forgot to swap out my rune trial. Seek and destroy, that's it. I'll probably just end up revisiting this level and grabbing that stuff then. No, stop that. Forced my wings, windows. Yeah, why not? Actually, I think I'll go for Precision Bolt. I've been lately, as I've been playing, I kind of been trying to go for a lot of the stuff I wouldn't usually go for. Because there's a typical sort of beaten path to which I end up upgrading my stuff. And so I occasionally like to kind of break my patterns and just... Nope. Another imp got him. Oh wait, there's more imps. Okay. Yep, there we go. There he is. Well, I thought... Okay, never mind. Yeah. The Barons of Hell are probably just, like, one of my favorite enemy types in the game. Because I really like it when games have, like, what I basically refer to as the old crap enemy types. Where it's like the moment they come onto the battlefield, like, they just basically come to raise hell. Right now I have a power-up, obviously, but it's like dealing with them, especially in some of the other fights. They're one of the few really challenging things to deal with in this game at times. And I just find them that much more enjoyable to... Oh, well, okay. Let's not... Yeah. I just wish this game had more enemy types like that. And I'm really hoping Doom Eternal does. Because I just find when I have to deal with some of the more chunky enemies in the game, that's when it's at its most enjoyable. When I'm going up against the enemies that really tend to pose a threat. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, I should just grab those shells. Be nice if they hadn't made some of these environments full bright when you go into the secret level things. My brain. The old school levels. It would have been nice had they not made that full bright because god, that looks ugly. I'm kind of wondering what they're going to do for that in Eternal, whether they're going to keep something like that or do something a little bit different. I'm gonna... Do I have this? I do not. I haven't missed anything, have I? No, I have not. Alright. I've gotten to this point several times and I've missed a fair few. What is it? I'm trying to think. There's like always one specific secret I end up missing. I was kind of hoping there's this thing you can do where you can shoot out their eye and they start spitting plasma everywhere. It's real fun. But it's like super hard to pull off for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I've gone entire playthroughs without seeing it. And it's really bizarre. Because, like, you'd think, like, okay, all you really have to do to pull it off is just shoot their eye, but, like, that almost never happens that way. When I see gameplay in this, I might have Mega Man X FPS. That was... Mega Man X FPS reboot, what? That had glory kills in it, what? Huh? I've never heard of this. Was it a Doom mod? Is that what it was? Because I know about that. I don't remember having glory kills or anything like that in it. Or a system that's similar to it anyways, I mean. Come on, let's Ah! Oh, damn it. Well, there we go. I mean, actual game. Huh, that's weird. I've never heard of that. So did it just, like, not take off? Or did it get, like, negative reception or something? Come on, where is he? There he is. Oh. With some of them, you can still shoot their limbs off when you kill them. Guess not the Barons, though. It's a really nice view, though. I kind of mentioned this in the last playthrough, but it's like one of the things that kind of annoys me about this game is this game doesn't feel very atmospheric unless you kind of just stop to like just sit and appreciate it. Which in this game you don't really do much of. Because you know you're playing it. Like, it's really atmospheric, and there's like so many little details in the environment that you just don't notice when you're playing through it. One of the things that always kind of confused me, though, is one of the things they said in the lore was that what they had done, what the demons had done, is they had in order to actually conquer the Doomslayer. They basically pulled down the temple on his head and then locked him away inside of it. But he would, and I mean, like, maybe there's something about them, like, there was something about you get put in a coffin, but they kind of leave you in the temple area, if I remember correctly. But this doesn't really feel like that much of a collapsed temple, if I'm being honest. And yet, like, you walk in here and it's like implied this is where they found it. It's been a while since I last looked at it, but okay. Capcom is good at being dumb. So that's not completely unreasonable to believe. Yeah. This is gonna be a bit of a short stream. I usually stream Monday nights. I've got a lot of work and stuff I need to get done and some other stuff I need to tend to. So I'm gonna cut this stream off here, and I am gonna be back next week on Monday. So thanks guys for joining me, even if it was a bit late into the stream. I would usually typically hang out at least a good 2 hours, but like I said, I just got a lot of stuff I want to get done tonight and not much time to actually do it. So I will see you guys next week, and I hope you guys have a good one.